Okay, my name is Lightworker, and now that I have explained the organizations and entities and so on and so forth involved in the putrosity surrounding the adrenochrome and what it does, now I'll talk about the other side of their stuff, because there are still a lot of people that are good. There are still a lot of people that want the best for humanity. So they have to hide their shit, and they also want to get away with their shit because they're over entitled and they're very sick. Anyway, I won't go into the psyche of a bunch of psychopaths and sick, weak motherfuckers that harm children. And like I said, when it comes to reptilians or archons or demons or vampires, see them as archetypes. Yeah, it's whatever you resonate with, because it doesn't matter what you resonate with. I mean, it matters what you resonate with, but it doesn't matter how you view the situation, as long as you view the situation for what it is. The other part that I'll start to get into now surrounding the gang stalking is the reasoning behind why they gang stalk. Now, elite groups, intelligence agencies, low frequency entities in humanity, they cannot create. They don't emanate life. They can't emanate the same energy. So they harvest it from the energy of chosen ones. Okay? If you're being gang stalked, there's a very good chance, unless you've done something to piss someone very, very, very high up there off, that you're a chosen one. In fact, if you're watching my show, there's a very, very good chance you're a chosen one. Hell, if you follow my show, you're definitely a chosen one. You're part of my soul tribe, part of my, you know what I mean? Your fans, baby. No, but what I'm trying to get at is chosen ones are beings that, okay, this is just follow me now, all right? Chosen ones are humans that are embedded with an angel. Okay, they also have a spirit team, okay, in the spirit dimension. Okay, but there's an angel that's taken the vessel of that person on as an avatar and taking control of that avatar in certain aspects. They give the human being free will, okay? But what they now do is they now it's like fusing a human with an angel, and that's what creates an earth angel. Okay, and they chosen ones, 99.9% of the chosen ones, okay, before they came to Earth in the simulation, they were angels. Okay? And they decided to come down, just like Starseed. Okay, Starseed, whatever you register to, in my opinion, they're all the same thing. Okay? So you got a chosen one, an earth angel, a starseed, a light worker. They're all different archetypes of the same type of person. Same collective of people. Okay? And because they can naturally emanate energy, they can transmute energy, they can create, they can manifest. Okay, because this is the ethereal realm, not the physical realm, because the physical realm is an illusion. We are not physical. We are avatars in a simulation, because everything is hollow down to the atom. Okay, so once you realize that anything's possible. Okay, And then what I'm trying to tell you is there's this world is an illusion. It's technically a slave planet run by Satan. Okay, Saturn, the planet. And however you want to view that, up to you. But the point I'm trying to get at is the reason why we had been gang-stalked and we had been put through so much is for two reasons. So the dark can try to silence us because we're too protected to be killed. Okay, there's a lot more dark motherfuckers than there are light motherfuckers of this level. We're talking full polarities. Okay, so Earth Angel is a complete polarity of light in a human form. That's an Earth Angel. Okay, and an evil demonic motherfucker is a full polarity of darkness. Okay, there's a spectrum. Okay, and in that spectrum, there's still good people that aren't chosen ones, and that do very good things. I'm not just crediting anyone for not being a chosen one. What I'm trying to say is, we got to a certain point through our hardships of being gang-stalked and having everyone turn against us and thinking we were in psychosis and had experiments done on us and all this kind of stuff, mind control, society level gaslighting, false imprisonment, even false court cases, false, just bullshit illusions, because if you're an evil person, you can't create. So everything you're doing has to come from a place of an illusion. Okay? And if you are creating, and you're a dark motherfucker, it's because you're harvesting the energy to create off a light being. And the light beings that emanate the most amount of energy are chosen ones. It's called illusion harvesting. Okay? Yeah? Now, the point I'm trying to get at is, if you're a chosen one, you're a very, very strong and passionate and caring and loving and amazing, gifted person. Okay? And for those qualities alone, as a human, you should be very proud. Because humanity does not really accommodate those qualities too well in this day and age. And to on top of that, be of this type of nature that I'm talking about, and to be persecuted and stalked and have all kinds of horrible, life-threatening, fear-creating illusions thrown at you from multiple dimensions, the spiritual dimension through spiritual attacks, physical dimension through gang stalking and sideways passive aggressive bullshit, in an attempt to silence you and incarcerate you through cyber methods or just any methods they can gain to uphold their mission of taking down a chosen one, is credit to you, because to go through, like the average human that went through as much as a chosen goes through and is still good of nature would not be good of nature. Okay? Yeah. Because trauma distorts and fragments the soul. Trauma fragments the psyche. Trauma lives in the subconscious and controls the conscious. And if you haven't dealt with that trauma, then a lot of behaviors will still be controlled by your subconscious that's affected by the trauma. And if you are traumatized as a chosen one, fair enough. I understand why. I was traumatized as shit for a long time. I've seen horrible shit happen. I've been saved by, my spirit team and my intuition, given to me by God, multidimensional intuition and my perception, and basically I was kissed on the soul by every angel in the army of angels. The army of angels surrounded me for at least 5 years and went to war in the spiritual realm to keep me safe, to keep me alive, because I have a spiritual mission. But it's not about me, it's about chosen ones. I am a chosen one. I am a light worker. I am a starseed, and I am an earth angel. And I remember when I went to sleep in a park bench in fear and in pain and in trauma, and I woke up feeling at peace, not in pain, and strong. And that was because the night prior I was running from all these gang stalkers, And I remember I've been running for so long, and I was freezing cold because it was 2 a.m. in the morning, and I jumped a fence to get away from these people, and my pants ripped basically off me in the caught to the fence. So I was running around, a very cold city at 2 a.m. in the morning in my boxers, and I was freezing, and I was fearful, and I was just so overwhelmed. And I looked up at the sky and I said, God, whatever I've done to cause this, I'm sorry. Please take this burden from me. And I remember having this thought hit me, and it was like a smack in the brain. And it was like, do you want to take on a mission from me? And my immediate thought back was anything to stop this. And then the next morning I woke up, and I knew that something had been different. And what was different was I woke up a chosen one. I woke up an earth angel. Now, we were always embedded with the quality of being. So basically, imagine a human, a human in human form, but an earth angel means the human and the angel from the spiritual realm, soul, are both embedded together. And what this does is it gives a great amount of comfort and peace to the chosen one. But I had to ask for it. I remember after going through that and thinking that, I said, yes, I want to take on this mission. I didn't even know what the mission was. I didn't know what the mission was for the next 4 years or something. You know what I mean? I kept asking, what's my mission? And I used to get back, I'm not telling you, you find it out in time, you got to work that stuff out yourself. I'll guide you, but you got to work it out, and all in God's timing, and the universe was feeding me signs, constantly. And the beautiful thing about being a chosen one is we really do. We walk with an army of angels protecting us, an army, because we are one of them in a physical form. And all of the angels have incarnated at some point in this earthly realm as a human. Now, the reason why I know what you're thinking. You think, okay, what do you think? I know. I get it. So the reason why I woke up feeling different is because I had asked for it. I was always embedded with the soul that was embedded with an angel, but it wasn't awakened until I willingly consented to it. Okay? This is the importance of calling on your spirit team. This is the importance of trusting in your soul. Trusting in your intuition. So important. Paramount to you fulfilling your highest purpose. Yeah? And the other thing I want to iterate here, is the fact that never ever act out of fear. Fear is an illusion. Okay, it's not real. It's not real. You may feel it. Fear is a warning. Yeah, a physical and mental mixture of things happening to you that give you a clear indication that something is wrong and you need to go into flight or fight mode. Right? It's okay to be in fear and still stand your ground, because fear is not real. It's just an illusion, and it's an illusion that's so strong in us that it convinces us immediately through physical sensations in the body to follow that fear. Don't entertain fears. Fears will only hinder you or have you attached to things that are unhelpful. The reason why I wanted to talk about earth angels, chosen ones, starseeds, light workers is because when I realized I was so alone for so long and so scared and being betrayed by so many people, when I realized that I was a chosen one, like this is about 8 years of being gang-stalked, right? This is way after I went, thought I was insane and left cities and became homeless and all that kind of stuff. Psych wards, all this kind of stuff, everything. Chosen ones are extremely beautiful creatures. We're hybrids of light. And we walk with an army of angels. And we walk with an army of entities of light that are not just angels. We're guided by the universe. And the entities of that universe. As a starseed, we're guided by the Galactic Federation. As a chosen one, we're guided by God and the universe and spirit and our spirit team. As an earth angel, we're extremely protected, extremely strong, extremely creative, able to manifest, have abilities both spiritually and psychically that are multidimensional. And we are the polarity of demonic entities in a human form. Okay? So the only difference is, you ever seen a demon on the battlefield compared to an angel? I'll tell you, the angel would fuck up that demon. Angels are way more scary in war. Way more powerful. Striking down from above. With righteousness, the sword of truth. There may be a lot of demons, but you get 50 demons or one angel. I'm betting on the demon to be fucked up. I'm betting on the angel to slaughter them demons. Let me put it this way. You ever been in a situation where someone knows they're in the wrong? They feel they're in the wrong? And it comes to a point where the person who's in the right and the person who's wrong is about to have a fight, and they do have a fight. You ever seen who wins? Always the person who's in the right. They fuck up the person who's in the wrong. All the time. All the time. The reason why is because there's no heart in the demon. Because they know they're in the wrong. They've got no backing of spirit because they're in the wrong. Now, I just wanted to make this video because my last couple of videos, I didn't like making them, but I needed to set that premise and shine the light on the darkness, because chosen ones, we work in the darkness. We're entities of light and of good nature and are amazing beings. But we work in the darkness to shine light in the darkness. Yeah? To eradicate the darkness. Because the difference between the light and the dark is you can go anywhere in the darkness and light one little match, and all the darkness runs and hides like a bitch. But you can't do the same to the light, because the light's got the backing of God and the universe and the highest of highs, the sun. So, yeah, if you're a chosen one, you've been through a hell of a lot. I got much respect for chosen ones, earth angels, star seeds, light workers. Got much respect. You know, you've definitely earned the honor of being a chosen one. It's hardship, but it's honorable to be a chosen one. It really is. You know, I'm deeply honored to be a chosen one. But it's you know, the things we went through Gang-Stalked, and this is another thing I want to touch on as a chosen one. The things we go through as chosen ones or star seeds or earth angels, whatever you subscribe to, yeah. Everything that has happened to us is for our greater good. I know that sounds crazy, but every time we were betrayed, every time we were hurt, every time we were stranded, every time we thought we were crazy, every time we were lost, every time we were in fear, every time we were, felt like we had little hope, every time we came near death, every time we nearly got set up, every time we had to sacrifice something else from inside of us, except our souls, they will never sacrifice, except our heart. I shouldn't say sacrifice something. I don't like that word. Yeah, I got to choose my words a little bit better. I apologize. What I meant was every time we feel like we lost something from inside of us, something was stolen by evil entities and shit, over entitled fucking entities and shit, it was all for our highest purpose. See, what God does, what Spirit does, what the universe does, is in order for our soul to have an awakened angel embedded in our soul. See, like I said, we came to the earth realm embedded with an angel in our soul. But in order for it to activate and awaken, that soul needs to be spread out. And that person needs to be hardened and become wiser and learn discernment and follow their intuition. All of these trials have built that up. I got betrayed so many times, it made me fucking psychic. I could read fucking energy. And from being able to read that energy, I was able to follow my intuition. And now I can walk into a place and people don't need to say a thing. People don't even need to be there. I can read the energy of the place. I can read the energy on someone's face. I can read the energy of someone sending me a text message. Yeah, I can read energy because of how many times I've had to work through people lying to me, work through people betraying me, work through bullshit, illusions. Yeah, I never betray myself because of how many times I was betrayed. I never betray a friend because of how many times I was betrayed. I also have boundaries as an empath and a chosen one, which means I don't let people walk all over me. I respect myself too much, and my cutoff game is strong, and yours should be too, because an empath with no boundaries means that you are basically a doormat that feels everything. No one wants to have feet stomping on the ground all day, so you need boundaries. That's very important. And I I also know that shadow work is very, very good for helping you build boundaries, for giving you a voice for a past traumatic event, situation, or thing that has happened to you that you feel like you had no voice over. Shadow work. It's brilliant. Brilliant. Changed my life. Meditation changed my life too. It made me present. And life is a gift. That's why they call it a present. You know what I'm saying? And this is where my show starts to get a bit more balanced and good, because I had to see, obviously, like everything the Chosen One does, they have to sift through the shit to get to the good stuff. This is the part in where my YouTube channel starts to get a bit better, because I didn't like the last videos I made. They were quite dark, but they needed to be presented. This I just follow what Spirit tells me to do. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a light worker, so I shine light in the darkness. I expose, putrosity and evil shit, because I don't like it. I don't like illusions and child tyranny and shit. I don't like that shit. I stand for something. I stand for the people. I protect, people. And if you love someone, they say you only have to teach, nourish, and protect them. Teach, nourish, and protect them. I say there's a bit more to loving someone than just those three things, but it's a pretty good foundation. So that's what I aim to do, at least those three things. I plan to teach people, nourish people, and protect people. I wouldn't be protecting the pedophile pieces of shit, though. Nah. But my collective ain't no pedwars. We're chosen ones, you know what I'm saying? And I think that the most amazing thing about being a chosen one is after all the hardships and after you start to, get a bit spiritual or start to work on your traumas and, you resolve some of that stuff, and obviously you still be working through it for a while, especially until you get to a place of forgiveness for everything. But you start to realize that you have a really, really important purpose as a chosen one. You start to see the synchronicities of the universe. You start to realize that we're starseeds. And the importance of being of good nature to the highest of our ability, and embracing our truth, speaking and standing in our truth, and creating, using our psychic and spiritual abilities. Now, most people, for about 6 or 7 years of me being Gang-Stalked, I didn't realize I was psychic or spiritually gifted. I didn't even know the name for what I have. I just thought it was like multi-dimensional intuition. But it's not. It's called clairsentience. And I also have the ability to automatic write. And when I automatic writing is what they call it, I have a direct connection with Source, or the Akashic Records, if you will. And I also have the gift of prophecy, speak prophecy. I can read energy. I also have a very strong energy. When I walk in the room, people feel my energy. I'm very good at helping people to heal themselves. I'm very blessed, but it's a rite of passage to be a chosen one. It's not just a born with a thing like the elites, You don't get born into being a chosen one. You have to earn the rite of passage, which is test after test after test after test, to prove your worth to the universe. All right? And at the end of that, if at the end of 10 years or 15 years or however long you're being tested for by the universe to see if you're worthy of being a chosen one, and you're still alive and still of good nature, you're fucking worthy of being one. 100%. See, a lot of people that are being gang-stalked, I imagine, for a long time I was, but I imagine they'd be wondering, why is this happening? Okay, so I've explained why I believe people are being gang-stalked. Targeted individuals are being gang-stalked. I've also explained how people can stop being gang-stalked, and that was my original mission when I started making this channel. Now I really want to dive into the amazing capabilities of chosen ones, and to help people find their spiritual and psychic abilities and help strengthen them. So you must understand that, or understand, whatever you want, however you want to take it, do what you will. Like I said, if this isn't for you, scroll on, but if you're resonating with this, then you're probably part of my soul tribe, probably chosen one, especially if you've been through being gang-stalked. The reason why you get tested so much is because God never gives you more than you can handle. And if you're going to handle a mission at the level that a chosen one has to accomplish, then it's a very big mission. It means a lot of strength is needed, a lot of integrity is needed, a lot of passion is needed, a lot of authenticity is needed. Yeah. And also, God tests humans out to see. I don't think God really tests the angels out. They're kind of proving their worth, But He tests the human out to see the moral nature of the human at the end of the day, And then, once you become a chosen one, God tests out other people around you. Right? In other words, if someone treats you well, they're going to get blessed by the universe. If someone treats you like shit, karma going to whoop their ass. Straight up, karma going to open a can of whoop ass on them motherfuckers. And it may not be, in real time. I've seen people get fucked up in real time. But it doesn't always happen that way. And it always seems to be mysterious how it works out. But God works in mysterious ways. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you resonate with this video and you have been gang-stalked, there's a good chance you're a chosen one. And if you're a chosen one, then we have a huge soul tribe. And I really aim to unite that soul tribe and create a big spiritual movement. And I want to assist with helping chosen ones and targeted individuals. And I want to stop innocent beings from being harmed and abused and sacrificed. So that's why I'm doing this channel. And for a long time, I was thinking about doing this for a while, like probably about a year. And I sat on it because I was afraid. If I start talking about the CIA, they're going to kill me. If I start talking about elitist satanic cults, they're going to sacrifice me. They already tried all that shit and it didn't fucking work. Now I know I'm here for a real fucking reason. And I should have no fear because it doesn't fucking exist. And the one thing I found that is amazing about chosen ones is their resilience. Oh fuck, we are a resilient bunch, aren't we? We're quite the resilient fucking people. Fuck, you know. Yeah, I think we had some times I was just trotting along, endurance to the max, and homeless in a foreign city, sleeping on park benches with a backpack weighs more than I do, just trotting along, being watched and being spiritually, physically, mentally, psychically attacked all at the same time, constantly, and just keep pushing on, keep pushing on. I got a song called Keep On Going. And that's the song. I was made the song because it's like that, Our endurance and our perseverance and our resilience is God level. Straight up, it's demigod shit. Ha. Hey, no doubt. My hat goes off. My hat goes off to every chosen one for that, because on that level we're all similar, very similar, Because if you've been gang-stalked for as long as I've been gang-stalked, or even a small percentage of how long I was gang-stalked for, then we and I think I think there's a couple of things that every chosen one has, and it's okay. So it's unworldly perseverance, unworldly endurance, unworldly resilience, okay? And then on top of those things, it's unconditional love. It's always being good of heart. Even when we feel like we're lost and can't feel our heart, we're still good of heart. Another thing that we all have in common is that we all have the ability to reach the collective consciousness, or the Akashic records, or God's source in forms of knowledge through our own method, which is unique to each individual person. Some can meditate and then just tap into the Akashic records, like Edgar Casey. Me, I do it through automatic writing. Some people sense the energy of a situation and it gives them the same information as the Akashic records. Edgar Casey was interesting because he could answer the questions that were just asked to him. I can't do that, not yet. I can just let myself free flow right, and what comes out is whatever I was, seeing in the Akashic records. Some people, like I said, read energy of situations and they're just given the Akashic truth of that situation. I have great intuition. I can read energy like that, no doubt. No one can fucking lie to me. No, I'm a Hyoka empath. And I intend to really try to assist chosen ones. It's a passion of mine, and I really, really, really want to fuck up these organizations from ever being able to harm innocent beings again. Anyway, so if this resonates with you, and you have been gang-stalked, there's a good chance that you're a chosen one, a starseed, an earth angel, a light worker. And if you are, be proud. Be proud. You've been through a lot of hard shit, a lot of trials, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of betrayal, a lot of dark night, very long dark night of the soul. And the end result is you're still here, baby. Still here, still standing, still running the ball up, still being true to the best of your abilities, still being authentic to the best of your abilities, still being of loving nature, of caring nature. Hat goes off to all the chosen ones. We have gone through some shit. And now I think is the time in the world cycle and the planetary process that we come into our season. I think it's about to be over for the vampires, the demons, the reptilians, the archons. and the illusions of the Matrix and the 3D. Pretty soon it's going to be over. I sense that. In fact, I wrote a song about it, in free flow. So it came from the Akashic Records. So in my opinion, I know that we're about to go into 5D. It's already happened in the spiritual realm. It's just waiting to happen in the physical realm. And so, and the other thing you might want to know is have no fear, because the illusions aren't real. Fear isn't real. And all these groups, entities, people, cults, blah, blah, intelligence agencies, all of them cannot harm you. You are too protected. You are too special to the universe to allow anything outside of something that would teach you something and make you stronger affect you. Okay? Have no fear. If you live in fear, you're just feeding those lower frequency fuckwits. And life is beautiful. Life is beautiful because I don't resonate on that low frequency shit. I resonate on a very high frequency. I try as much as I can to be authentic, but I resonate naturally on the frequency between knowledge and love, and then one up from that is authenticity. And I'm very proud to be a chosen one, a light worker. I wasn't when I was being gang-stalked though. Fuck. Yeah, I didn't even know what was going on. I thought I was crazy. No, I wasn't crazy. Society's crazy. But I'll leave it on this note, right? Don't ever be ashamed or hide your authentic self. Don't ever disregard your spiritual and psychic abilities and gifts. And don't ever doubt whether you're protected or whether you're sane. Because you are completely sane, you are very gifted, you are very protected, and you are very, very loved by the universe. And I'm hoping to create a process for people, target individuals, where they go from living in fear to living in faith. And I want it from that. The process is the video I did before about the how to stop being gang-stalked. All those things are paramount to being able to go from fear to faith. Okay, and the reason why is because I don't want chosen ones to live in paranoia. And just because you're paranoid doesn't mean you're wrong, okay? So don't get me wrong by what I'm saying. What I'm saying is living in paranoia, thinking everyone's out to get you. I want them to live in pronoia, where they think that everyone's out for their better and highest good. Pronoia. It's a paradigm shift. It's a process. And that's what I aim to help chosen one star seeds, light workers, earth angels to create for themselves. Through my knowledge or any means necessary, because if you're one of those things, you're an amazing entity, and you should be very proud and know that you're very strong, very gifted, and very protected. Embrace all that and call on your spirit team, and remember something. God can move mountains, but you best bring a shovel. Okay? God will always protect you, but he is not going to fix problems for you. Yeah? You must fix them for yourself, because we are a piece of God. Anyway. Love you, fam. Have a good day. Peace.